Hey everybody, it's Nick with Two Brothers Comics. Just got a big box of comics from CGC. I'm going to open them up, check out Dustin's reactions. He's got a couple in here that he's been really looking forward to. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so we sent off 10 books to CGC October 31st. Just now got them back today. Today's the, I believe the 12th of December. Just picked them up from UPS. Dustin's on the phone. He's been dying to see a couple of books that we sent off together. So we're going to get his reaction as well. Like I said, there's 10 total books.
It's our first submissions ever.
All right. So
you haven't ever submitted anything, right?
No. So we sent off 3 of the same books, and I'm so excited about them. So this is the first one, and I'll hide it, do the whole hide and Dustin guess game. So what do you think? What do you think it is, Dustin?
I think at least 9.6.
At least a 9.6.
Is that one mine? 9.8. Yeah.
It's a 9.8.
Right on.
So, and what's cool about this one, not necessarily cool, but what actually kind of got me, the reason why I didn't expect it to be a 9.8 is there's a big miswrap on it. Book's perfect, obviously, or almost perfect, but there's a big miswrap. So I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I've heard that they don't really, I don't think they really worry about the miswraps, though, because, I mean, that's...
Yeah, but if you look at this thing...
not damaged.
No, and if you look at it, it almost looks like the spine is flat. So when I first picked it up, I was real disappointed because I spent a decent amount of money on it. But come back a 9.8.
Is that the first one you got?
It's the first one. And I remember because of how bad...
That's the first one you bought?
Yeah, because I remember because of how bad the spine was. All right. So here, believe it or not, is actually the one I bought for you. And I know that because it had a perfect spine on it. And so I was expecting this one to come back at a 9.8. What do you think it is? Guessing game.
9.4. Since you were hoping it was, okay, yeah, okay.
9.4.
That's crazy.
So, and I'm trying to figure out what it was. No grader notes, which is the most frustrating thing in the world. I got 1 grader notes out of 10 books. And it was a 9. Well, I'm not going to say it. I'll show you guys. But anyways, real pumped about that anyways. Can't be real mad about that. And then to finish it off, so we got 1 more. What's your guess? This was the second one I bought.
9.8. You know we're going to have to work out a trade now.
Yeah. So, gorgeous. I mean, but again, a miswrap here on the bottom. You can see it pretty clearly.
So, see, I'll trade you a perfectly wrapped 9.4 for a miswrapped 9.8. That sounds like a great deal.
Yep. All right. So, here's a couple of the other ones I sent over. I bought these on eBay. These things came perfect. It's my RAI books, my Ray books. I think that's how you pronounce it. This one was the big disappointment for me, okay? Now, you saw them. You saw how perfect they were. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking?
Would that one get a 9.2?
It's a 9.2. The only book I got with grader notes on it was a 9.2. Said there was a bend somewhere on the book. There's not a bend anywhere on this book that I can see, okay? So, I don't know.
Can we let everybody know that I have not seen these grades on these books because I'm 4 for 4 right now.
All right. Should we go uncanny? No, we'll wait. All right. This was my other one I was really excited about. I'm okay with the grade. A little disappointed because I didn't get even a little bit of a grader note. It would have been perfect for me to understand why. But right, the classic.
That's your first appearance of Bloodshot?
Yep. Well, it's the origin, not necessarily the first appearance. The first appearance, I believe, is Eternal Warrior. This is the first full appearance and origin.
Yeah.
So what do you think it came back?
9.8? I mean, that one was really nice.
It's a 9.6. And it's a white cover. I'm not understanding why completely. But, man.
Yeah, white covers, you would think that would be easy.
Yeah. Well, it's because of There can be spine ticks, things like that you can't actually see, or color breaking, but that's okay. I mean, a 9.6, I'm not completely upset with that.
With their lighting, with their lighting, they might be able to see that.
All right, so let's.
I hate that you don't get grader's notes on anything.
That is the biggest disappointment.
It seems like.
So that's the biggest disappointment, and then there's one other disappointment in here for a book that I'll show you guys, and I'm gonna have to send it back. Now we'll go through these real quickly. I also sent in RAA number 1. All right, came back at 9.6. This is the first appearance of Makiko Minashi. There's actually a couple other people, but it's just not on the label. And this one's kind of crazy because the actual slab right here is scratched really badly, and I just pulled it out. So, but it is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then this one is Ray number 4. So I just like the cover, so that's why I sent it off. I mean, you saw I got 0 through 10, and these things just came back immaculate as far as when I bought them.
And you got an awesome deal.
Phenomenal. Absolutely wonderful. Sometimes
eBay snipe.
Sometimes no, it wasn't even that, man. It just nobody was bidding on it. All right, so this is my favorite book before we get to yours. And this one's really this one's cool. This one's really
I was actually jealous about this.
This one's really special to me. So it's actually
I wish I'd done it with my kid.
Well, way to ruin it. So CGC qualified grade 9.8, okay, but it's actually a blank sketch variant of my child's footprints and her first visit to a comic book shop's down here. So it says Ellie's first visit, 10/5/19 at Haven Comics in Huntsville, Alabama. Now this is the one I was saying we're gonna have to send back. If you read it, they spelled visit with 2 T's up here, where it says Ellie's first comic shop visit. And I was like, man, did I mess up? Did I accidentally spell visit with 2 T's myself? No. I have 1 T. They just messed up. So it's got to go back.
See, they should just go ahead and bump you to a blue label for that.
Well, I don't even care about the blue label but I think that's awesome. It's on the Absolute Carnage because that was one of the big books that came out whenever she was born about the same time. So I think this is something that is probably the most meaningful book in my collection and most valuable, bar none. All right.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So here's the big reactions. What do you want to see first? You want to be disappointed by your Mortal Kombat book or your Uncanny book first?
Nah, save the Mortal Kombat for last.
That's the one you're worried about disappointing by?
Mm-hmm. I have no expectations for Gambit because I was planning on cracking it open anyway and getting it pressed and cleaned, and then get it signed by Claremont and yellow labeled at the Huntsville Pop Culture and Comic Expo in April. So,
all right, what do you think?
I mean, I've looked at the book and looked at the book. I was expecting like an 8.5 at the.
And you remember you took it actually up to the comic store at Haven, and Josh looked at it and he said it was going to be a pretty solid book coming back too. You ready? Give me a drum roll, something. This is big.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely disappointing.
Yeah, that's tough, ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean, how did that happen?
Horrible. No way.
Now, see, on the recording, dude, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh man, you can clearly see it taped," but I'm relying on a very terrible connection you have to not be able to tell.
No way.
Yeah, 9.8, dude.
Dude, I would have never ever expected.
And there's the back, just so you know that I'm not screwing with you again. 9.8, and the top. Yeah, when I saw that, dude, that's why I immediately called you. 9.8.
All right, now guys, listen. The biggest thing about this book was like the first big key I ever bought. This was the first big key I wanted. It was on the top of my hit list when I started collecting because I love Gambit. And I'm not a guy who likes to buy graded books. I like to buy them raw and have them graded. And I want to send them in and get them graded for me because that makes it my book. I found that in a comic book store here in Atlanta. Bought it off the shelf at a great deal. So I'm beyond pumped about that. I did not expect that at all.
All right.
And I almost lost that book, and the guy decided he didn't want it anymore. So that's awesome.
Yep.
I'm absolutely blown
Well, good.
away.
I'm glad we got the first one out of the way, so you're super excited. Mortal Kombat #1.
Now this one, my expectations were so high that I already feel like I'm going to be disappointed at a 9.8 on this, honestly, because I've never seen a book in this most phenomenal shape. I mean, and you were standing there when Josh was looking at it at Haven. I mean, the book is
The only thing I see, and this could have
it's outstanding.
And this could have happened whenever we sent it off. I mean, I tell you what, they did not do a good job at protecting these slabs. There are scratches all over them. I mean, brand new books, and that is, if you listen.
You're about to show the grade.
No, I'm not.
Don't let. Okay.
Listen.
The slab is messed up.
No, it's just a deep cut in there, man.
Oh, the book is messed up.
Lots of deep cuts. Some misspellings and deep cuts. I get it. They have the McFarlane signing going on, but dadgum. All right. So this is a Charles Marshall story. It's Malibu Comics. Probably one of the last books they put out because they actually sold to Marvel Comics in November of '94.
Yep. And this was one of the harder to find and lower printing of the Mortal Kombat #1 issues. This was, for me this year, this was #1 on my top 5 finds for the year. So,
and one thing I wanted to point out about this,
I'll accept a 9.
One thing I did want to say about this, I just thought about it. It's white pages too, so it's not even.
Oh yeah,
off white to white. All right, you ready?
I'm gonna say probably a 9.8, but I was really hoping for
bigger. I tell you, so there's one spot, right above the top staple that I see in this light. Just the smallest bit of a wrinkle. It's not color breaking, but it's there.
And the fact that it's a holographic cover, like, stuff would show up, I feel like, pretty easily. Because, as the light changes and the cover changes, like, you're going to see stuff. But it was phenomenal. So
there it is. It's a 9.8.
I can't see it. Okay. I can deal with that. That's still awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, this makes the third 9.8 in the census.
Yep.
So,
and this is the limited edition hologram cover.
Yep. So, I mean, I got 2 9.8s and a 9.4, unless I can get Nick to work something out with me on one of those killing jokes. Then I'll have 3 9.8s that came back.
And like I said, I mean, I'm completely shocked that that one that you picked up. But I mean, you got a killer price on it, man. And I actually picked that up at a local comic shop here.
Yeah.
And I had already bought 2. And about a year and a half ago, I walked in and I told him, hey, if it ever comes in, put it in my box. I want it. So I show up literally, I think, mid-September, and it had a grade. I think they even put it like a 9.2 or a 9.4 on it in the shop. But it looked good. And I assumed they were just doing that just to not promise a 9.8. And so I'm actually quite shocked it came back at a 9.4 like it did. So, but overall,
Absolutely.
10 books, not bad.
We got 4 9.8s.
Yep. And I know that one right there makes you so happy.
Yeah, I mean, I was honestly, I didn't care what that one came back as because I was going to bust it open, but there's no way I'm busting it open.
I told you. Maybe just get him to sign the slab. Because remember, it's collect it your way, right? Who cares if it's on the book? If you want a signature,
yeah, I might do that. I mean, that might be something I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already going to get 2 other books signed by Chris, so maybe I'll just be okay with my 2 Wolverine signatures and my 9.8 first appearance again.
I mean, this thing is clean, but
you were right. I came out like a bandit on that book, though, for what I have in that book and what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys.
And I hid that book from my wife for a week when I bought it.
Ooh, that one's kind of loose in there too.
And I was scared to tell her.
So this is kind of loose. Maybe you can hear it.
I can, yeah.
Yep. But anyways, guys, that's the books. That's our CGC unboxing. 10 books, 4 9.8s, everything over a 9.0. Everything over actually a 9.2, I think, right?
Yeah. 9.4 was the lowest.
Can't be
And we're going to be
No,
sending books
9-2
all
was that,
year,
Ray?
right? I mean, this was our first send off, but we've both got tons of books we want to send, so we're gonna be doing these as often as we can.
Yeah, I got one off at the Todd McFarlane signing right now. I got 4 more books I'm sending off. Got the label printed. So super excited about it.
Gonna throw a couple.
Gonna finally be able to
next set whenever we do that, because I'm looking to get every Mortal Kombat book at 9.5 or 9.4 or higher. You know, I'd love to have 9.8s on everything. That is my goal. Once I do that, I'm done. Done collecting after that.
Yep. Well, that's a lofty goal there, Dustin. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Check us out on Facebook.
You know, that really helps out the channel.
And Instagram.
Yep. So subscribe to us. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. Got a big presence on Facebook, Instagram. We're growing that up a little bit. We're going to be announcing a giveaway. One of those giveaway items may be come from that box. So maybe it's Uncanny 266. We don't know yet.
No, I don't think it's going to be that.
So, all right, guys, y'all have a good one, and remember to collect your way. This is Goku.